Arsenal 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Yes, people, I feel we're back to another Arsenal match reaction. And it's job done, but in nervy fashion. I mean, if you look at the first 15 minutes of that football game, and then you skip forward an hour and watch the last 15, 30 minutes, you think you're watching another game. I mean, it went from one of the most comfortable, brilliant performances from Arsenal in the first 15 minutes, where we were tearing Wolves to absolute shreds, to the last 15 minutes where they could have got a goal and potentially drawn the game. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I've been calling for Arsenal for ages to make a fast start in the Premier League. In the Champions League, we were having no problems. We were starting like a house on fire, man. Goals, forward flying attacks. It was all looking brilliantly. It was all looking brilliant, sorry. But in the Premier League, we were struggling to really get off to fast starts and really growing into games. But today was the absolute opposite. From the first kick, we were at Wolves from minute one. I absolutely love to see it. And the goals we scored as well, of top quality, man. Top quality, I do have to say. You look at the goal, for example, that Saka scored, man. Beautiful interchange in play. Yes, he got a little bit lucky with the ricochet back into Saka's path, but for the most part, brilliant. And even Tomiyasu with the neat pass into him. And then we've also got the goal that not Gabriel Jesus, that Martin Odegaard scored. What a goal, man. What a goal. You look at it from this aspect, right? The interchange between Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus. Neat one-touch football, edge of the box, Odegaard sweeps it home. Honestly, one of the best goals of the weekend that we've already seen, and we probably will see all week. But after that, we took our foot off the gas. I couldn't believe it. When I watched us in midweek, I said, when I was watching Arsenal versus Lons, brilliant. We won 6-0, but what I loved the most about that was we made it 1-0 early, we made it 2-0 early, and we didn't stop going for them. We made it 3, 4, 5, 6, game over. Today, we went 1-0 up early, 2-0 up within 15 minutes. I'm looking for us to make it 3 or 4, and then you pack ups. Then you just fortify your team and walk out there with the 3 points. But we stopped playing football at 2-0. I couldn't believe it. It doesn't take a genius to figure out, right? That 2-0 is a dangerous scoreline in the Premier League. Everyone knew it. The script was set in stone for this game, man. Arsenal go 2-0 up. We're looking comfortable. But everyone in the back of their mind is thinking, if Wolves get one back, it's going to get very, very nervous and anything can happen. The game will completely flip in complexion. And look what happened. 2-0 cruising, absolutely cruising. But a couple of silly mistakes. And make no mistake about it. We were making silly mistakes before their goal. Zinchenko a couple of times making silly mistakes. Trossard as well. But that one from Zinchenko, what is the brother doing, man? Sometimes he infuriates me. Absolutely infuriates me. Most times he's a good footballer, Zinchenko, and I have no doubt about his ability. But he's just too casual sometimes. It's like he's playing football in the park with his mates. Like, what are you doing? Declan Rice makes a brilliant challenge. Ball falls to you in your own box, and you're trying to just cut inside. Like, what are you thinking at that stage? You just got to put your foot through it and kick it as far as you can. Get rid, man. There's like 15 minutes left in the game. But he chops inside, Cunha robs him, and scores in the top corner. And suddenly, like I said, it goes from 2-0 uncomfortable to 2-1 and nervy. And we had a stressful last 10 minutes of the game, which was not what was needed in this football match. If you look at the first 15 minutes, right, and then you just turned your TV off, you had a nap, and then came back downstairs again, you would have thought Arsenal would be 4-5-0 up, given how the first 15 minutes gone. But then you turn back on the TV with 10 minutes left, and you see it's 2-1. You think, what's going on? Like, how'd this happen? Do you get what I mean? So, look, obviously we got the job done. That's the main thing, results above anything else. And we do go top of the table and extend our lead to 4 points clear before, obviously, the Man Cities, the Liverpools, and all them not play later this weekend. But for the most part, it was a good start, but we do need to focus on our game control because we were making too many silly mistakes, man. Too many silly mistakes. And also, focus on killing off teams because at 2-0, the game was only 15 minutes down. We should have gone for the kill, bro. Foot on their neck like an assassin, man. Suckle the blood out of them. Just like we did to Lons, just like we did to PSV, just like we did to Burnley and Sheffield United. At 2-0, you're not safe. You're not out the woods. You got to go for 3. And then at 4-0 is when you can fully lock it off and go, okay, cool. 4-0, job done. Sub off all our top players. We go again on Tuesday against Luton Town. I feel like we just pulled the plug too early on this football match. But look, regardless, let me talk about some positives because I think overall, in that first 15, 20 minutes, our football was delightful. Absolutely delightful. I was ready to name this live stream the best Premier League performance of the season after 15 minutes. Like, some of the interchange of play we were having, it was just back to the old Arsenal from last year that I feel like we haven't seen enough of this season. Now, obviously, Arsenal this season are top of the table and overall performing well. I think we can all agree that from an attacking standpoint, we haven't quite hit the heights of last season where we were absolutely tearing teams apart and literally playing liquid football. Odegaard back to his best. Saka Martinelli just charging at the opposition and making them look like second-rate defenders. Jesus I mean, finishing isn't his speciality, but link-up plays, he's brilliant at that. He was doing all sorts of trickery and passing the ball around. He was playing fantastic as well. So, look, I think the first 15, 20 minutes, maybe even half an hour, we were absolutely cooking on gas. It was superb stuff. I love the interchanging play, and we need to keep that going. And I like the momentum we got from that. Now, obviously, after that, I feel like we kept trying to control the game rather than going for any more goals, which I guess makes sense. I mean, Arteta's been very, very conscious this season about not giving up transition counterattacks. Because he's noticed that a lot of the goals Arsenal conceded last season and the start of this season have been from counterattacks. Teams catching us catching us flat-footed. Nowadays, Arteta's more focused on not conceding goals from counterattack than actually flying and throwing men forwards. So I think in the second half, especially, the game fell flat. Because Arteta realised, look, we're 2-0 up, Wolves need to come on to us. There's no point us man attacking with bodies upon bodies. We might as well stay reserved and stay conservative. That's why, let's be honest, that second half was boring. Very boring. It was just like both teams throwing jabs at each other. No one really wanting to throw a hook or an uppercut. Wolves knew that at 2-0, the game is still there for them. It's not out of the woods. Obviously, it's not guaranteed they're going to get a victory or a draw at all, but the game's not over at 2-0. And Arsenal at 2-0 up, we're thinking, well, the game's over unless Wolves throw something at us. So the game has kind of just petered out. And then what it took then for the game to basically be over was Arsenal getting a third, or the opposite, Arsenal making a silly mistake of Wolves scoring for the game to be burst into life. And lo and behold, what happens? Zinchenko makes a silly mistake and Wolves go on to score. And then we go 2-1 and we're thinking it's nervous. But for the most part, I thought our control was okay in the game. Okay, I thought we made a couple of silly mistakes. But at the same time, guys, look, I know it's 2-1 and nervous, but let's look at two glorious chances for Arsenal. You've got Trossard. As soon as it turns to, at 2-0, Trossard gets put through from Odegaard and he doesn't quite score. It's a one-on-one opportunity. He has to put it away, man. Has to, just too casual with it. Then at 2-1, literally 2 minutes later, Nketiah goes through. And as a striker, right, this is the most golden opportunity you can get that Nketiah got. Striker, center of the box, basically. He's got either side to aim at, not a defender in sight, and he hits the post. Now, obviously, it's unlucky, but I'm sitting there thinking, and that for me, right, is alarm bells ringing. We need a striker in January. Because I'm not being funny, right? If Wolves go down the other end and score to make it 2-2, Nketiah has cost us 3 points there. Because as a striker, you have to score that opportunity. You have to. There's no two ways about it. That's not a tough chance. That for a striker is what you do on the training ground, week in, week out. So I think, to be honest, guys, that there's a lot of lessons learned from this game, but the main thing is we got the 3 points. We got the 3 points. That's the main thing. Obviously, it's a bit of a shame that Tomiyasu came off injured, so I thought he was superb. And to be honest with you guys, I think if Tomiyasu didn't get injured, I think White would have come on for Zinchenko, because Zinchenko could not survive a full 90 minutes. He's not got the concentration for it. Like, he just makes silly mistakes, man. Because the goal we conceded wasn't Zinchenko's first mistake. He was making a few before then. But look, it's just one of those things. Let's get into your comments. But before I get into your comments, I want to give a shout out to Jeff, who got the score prediction bang on correct, 2-1, when we do our prediction preview show on this channel. If you are a channel member, feel free to tune into it. And in there, we do our score predictions. I give the members an opportunity to predict the scoreline as well. And Jeff got it bang on, 2-1. So congratulations to him. I put 2-0, so I was almost there as well. Mali, appreciate you joining the stream, my friend. I'm doing really well. Evening, Dennis, how are you? Looking good. Thank you. And the top as well. All doing good. Thought I'd bring this one out since it's winter and it's got the long sleeves. But yeah, the top man is on fire. The bruised banana. Big up. OMG, that was close, 2-1. Yeah. I mean, you look at it, right? And it's crazy to think that the first 15 minutes of our season almost ended with the worst result of our season. Let's be real about it right now, man. That first 15 minutes was the best first 15 minutes we've played in the Premier League this season. We were on fire. And it almost ended with Arsenal losing the game. Almost. But thankfully, we got the job done. So we take the 3 points. That's the main thing. Obviously, I can complain about how we almost gave it away. But at the same time, I'm delighted with the 3 points. That's the main thing. I'm delighted with how the game started. And I'm happy we closed out the game to win 2-1. The problem is too many tight games, in my opinion. Look at this game. Look at Brentford last week. We scraped past that game. 1-0. It's not really like a comfortable victory. It's a bit like smash and grab. Today, it looked comfortable, but the scoreline didn't represent it. So a little bit squeaky bum time towards the end. Let's just hope that Luton Town in midweek. Obviously, it's going to be a tough game going to the Kenny. Not a game that is like any other Premier League game in that respect. It's a bit of like a throwback. But let's be real. If you look at Luton Town's team and Arsenal's team, we should be walking all over Luton Town. Let's be completely honest about it, guys. But let's see what happens, of course. Such a great start. Yeah, I thought that was our best Premier League start this season. we were on absolutely fire, man. We were on fuego. We just couldn't quite put them away, which is a bit of a shame, to be honest. Because if you extrapolate that first 15 minutes out to the whole season, to the whole game, we should have won that game 5-6-0, just like the Lons game, to be honest. But we didn't. It's just one of those things. But big up to Wolves, because Wolves stayed in the game. Unlike Lons in midweek, that folded like a house of cards, Wolves understood that at 2-0, they were by far the worst team. Arsenal were running all over Wolves. But they sat there and said, you know what? Let's not try and attack them. Let's just batten down the hatches. Let's just try and just resolve ourselves, dig in the trench and just hold it back and then try and go for them in the second half maybe. So I rate Wolves for that because, look, obviously the game plan was out the window at 2-0 down after 15 minutes. But they stayed reserved. They stayed resolute. And at 2-1, with about 5 minutes plus added time left, Gary Neville would have taken that. He definitely would have taken it after 15 minutes. So, look, on another day, they could have got one. They could have. But on another day, Nketiah and Trossard scored their chances. Wolves are a good team. Yeah, they're not an easy outfit whatsoever to play against Wolves. I think they're a solid team. I almost made it 3-1, hit the post. Yeah, that's the problem, man, with Nketiah and Trossard. Well, Trossard did not expect it, to be honest, man. Did not expect it. But Nketiah, bro, that's what I'm telling you. We need a striker, man. We need a striker big time. We're definitely on the roll. We need to keep this up. Brighton will be tough. Liverpool as well. But I think we can beat both significantly. Well, here's the deal, guys. Wolves at home today. We got the 3 points. Job done. Next is Luton Town away. Then it's Aston Villa away. Then it's Brighton at home and Liverpool away. So in these 5 matches, we had Wolves, and then we've got obviously the Liverpool game leading up to the New Year's. This is the make or break stage for this season right now. Because obviously Luton Town in midweek, it should be 3 points. It should be, but you never know. It's away from home at tough grounds. Liverpool drew there already this season, so you never know what can happen. Tottenham only won there 1-0. So anything can happen. And Luton, you never know, they've grown into the Premier League now. So that's not a foregone conclusion. Aston Villa away, that's a very tough game. Unai Emery revenge game, obviously. Aston Villa have been flying this season. Then Brighton at home. We never, ever beat Brighton at the Emirates. I don't know what it is. Brighton's just our voodoo bogey team. So that'll be a tough game. And then obviously it accumulates in Liverpool Anfield, which will be, let's be honest, as tough as you can get in the Premier League right now. Liverpool are on fire. So I think these next 5 games, or 4 games if you include this one, right, is so important. So important for our season. Do you think we'll sign a striker in January? I hope so, but I don't think so. I think Arsenal are going to try and sign a midfielder. Now, if you ask me, that's the wrong decision. I think we should be doubling down, tripling down on the striker. I think if there's one player we sign in January, it is a striker, whether an Osimhen, Ivan Toney, etc., Ollie Watkins, someone like that. Obviously, they're going to be tough to get, but you never know. I think we shouldn't be going for a midfielder in January. I understand we do need the midfielder. I do agree that a Douglas Luiz, a Zubimendi, etc., would be good players for us. But if you ask me right now, what do we desperately need? We need a striker, man. We need a goal scorer. We need someone that on any given day, can get you a goal. And you're not sitting there going, oh, wow, what a season if they bag 20. But I need a striker. Now, let's be honest right now, guys, yeah? If he gets 20 goals a season, that's the average for him. That's the baseline minimum of what he gets. Like Harry Kane and Erling Haaland, if they get 20 goals a season, you'll sit there going, yeah, so what? That's expected. It's 30 goals when you start going, oh, wow, what a performance from those type of strikers. With Nketiah and Jesus, if they bag 20 goals, we're sitting there thinking, what's happened to them? They've just put some Duracell up. They've just stocked up on Duracells. They've gone crazy. But look, I do think we need a striker. Do I think we'll sign one? Who knows? Either way, I will be keeping up with Arsenal transfer news throughout the January, so make sure you do subscribe down below. Transfer Daily will be back in January time. I can't wait for it. Brian, appreciate you joining the stream. My friend, I'm doing really well. Zinni should always be on 50 minutes to the end of the game. Bro, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. Because look, that was not the first mistake Zinchenko made. He's just a little bit casual. He's like Ramsdale. There's just concentration is their issue, apparently, with these players. Because I'm sitting there thinking, what is man doing? Like, a few times Zinchenko, he made a mistake. Martinelli saved him for it. Then 5 seconds later, he made another mistake, heading it straight to Wolves. And then the goal, Rice, fantastic challenge in the middle of the box. Fantastic. Falls to Zinchenko, he's trying to chop back in the box. What's he doing, bro? It's like he's playing Rondo or something. Just clear your lines, man. Get rid, bro. We don't need all that from you. So, look, I think Zinchenko, I agree with you in that respect. And I do think if Tomiyasu wasn't injured, Arteta would have subbed on White for Zinchenko and put Tomiyasu left back. I genuinely think that. But yeah, I think it just goes to show we need another backup fullback. But then again, when Timber's back, that's our 4 fullbacks sorted, basically. So, who knows, man. Zinni had a couple howlers defensively today. By the way, Conjari, appreciate you joining the stream, my friend. Zinni had a couple howlers defensively today. if Timber hits the ground running after his injury, I see Tommy taking that left back spot from him. Yeah, I agree with you. Or Timber goes left back like the start of the season, and we have Tomiyasu right back, Saliba Gabriel. I'll be happy with that, man. I'll be happy with that because Zinchenko, let's be honest, in games like against Wolves, Burnley, Sheffield United, Luton Town, he's good because he gives us someone to slot into midfield. But then with 15, 20 minutes left, take him off, man. Take him off. We don't need him for the whole game. Just get him in the team so we can get the team moving forward. Then when the game's kind of like we've got our goals, the game's looking comfortable, take Zinchenko off because he's like a kryptonite. He's basically the one that's going to give away a chance because the only way Wolves were going to score today, the absolute only way they were scoring today was from either a magical moment or a disaster class from us making a silly mistake. And lo and behold, we made a silly mistake. At 2-0, Wolves knew what they were doing. They said, okay, it's 2-0. We're getting absolutely demolished right now. Let's sit back a little bit. Let's defend and let's just try and shore it out. And then with about 15, 20, 30 minutes left in the second half, let's go at them a bit more and hope and pray that Arsenal make a silly mistake. And lo and behold, that's what happened. And look, on another day, we might draw this game. And you sit there thinking, how after the first 15 minutes have we gone on to draw this game? So you got to sit there if you're Arsenal and really pay attention to this because it's going to be the little moments that matter. The little moments that matter, man. And Arsenal, I feel like sometimes making silly mistakes, bro. Silly mistakes. And it'll cost us. Look, Wolves today, Real Madrid tomorrow. And if we're 2-0 up against Real Madrid and make a silly mistake like that and it goes 2-1, I'm telling you, bro, with Real Madrid's momentum, they could easily draw 2-2 or win 3-2 in the Champions League. Do you get what I mean? So I know Wolves obviously aren't like a top outfit, but you never know, man. You never know. Like, habits are persistent. Starters, you mean to go on. So we can't be making silly mistakes like this no matter who the opponent is. We weren't punished today, but you never know, man. This game was so windy. It was a bit. Like I said, it was the best ever start in the Premier League this season for Arsenal. I thought we were on fire to start. I've not seen Arsenal start this fast in the Premier League all season long. And I'm sitting there thinking after 15 minutes, yeah, this is the Arsenal of last season. This is the Arsenal I've been hoping and praying to see again. And we're playing beautiful football, liquid stuff. The interchange is lovely. And then the game starts to peter out. It gets to halftime. I'm thinking, okay, 2-0, we're comfortable. Let's try and get a third goal and see it out. But second half, slow, lethargic. It's like boxers jabbing each other. No one wants to throw like an uppercut or a hook. And then the game's eking out. But every single fan in that stadium and every single neutral watching that game had in the back of their minds, if Wolves get one back, the complexion of the game completely changes and the momentum swings in their favour. And that's what happened. I'm just happy we closed out and got the 3 points because that's the main thing. Trossard, Odegaard, and Saka Media were all splendid. Yeah, I agree. Trossard, though, should have scored, man. He has to bag in that opportunity. He had 2 good chances, to be fair. One, the first half, we had a superb touch, and then Saar closed him down quickly and saved it. And the second one, where Odegaard put him through, were beautiful. Like, fake with his right foot and pass with his left foot, where he just tried to go around the keeper, but didn't really have enough mustard on his shot. But yeah, I'll be real, Trossard has to score. But other than that, I thought him, Odegaard, Saka Media were good. I thought Jesus was good as well, to be fair, for the most part. But yeah, a lot of good performers in there. Both Trossard and Jesus should have gotten a score sheet. And Nketiah as well. Let's not forget about Nketiah, bro. That chance, if that's an Ivan Toney, if that's a Victor Osimhen, if that's Erling Haaland, that's 3-1, job done. So yeah, that can be the difference, bro. Like, I'm telling you guys, man. Arsenal looking at Douglas Luiz in the winter's transfer window. That's not it, man. That's not it. I think we need to go for a striker, man, because strikers are the difference. They're the difference, I'm telling you guys. Zinchenko can really piss me off. Love him for what he offers offensively and against low blocks. He does these unnecessary flicks and cute touches. Was warned 3 times, now he got punished. Eman, forever, appreciate you joining the stream, my friend. And I agree with you 100%. 100% I agree with you. Because I think that Zinchenko, when you're trying to attack a team and basically just pin them down, he's beautiful. Because he will be that inverted fullback that knows the position like anyone else. He knows the position like the back of his hand. And he will suffocate teams. But when the game's basically done, you're 2-0 up and cruising. It's still not over because 2-0 the game's not over, but you're basically cruising. He's the worst player to have on the pitch because he's the player that's got the biggest mistake in him. Let's be real right now, guys. Arteta's done a fantastic job to remove players that have had the mistakes in them. The likes of the Socrates, the David Luiz's, the Williams, etc. He's got rid of those players, the Bellerins. He's brought in a lot more players that don't have these bozo moments. But look what happens. Zinchenko's in the game, and for the first 30 minutes, brilliant. First 45 minutes, he's looking okay. Second half starts, the game's comfortable, mistakes start going in. Like you said, he had a few mistakes, He made a mistake, right? Martinelli saved him by chasing down the opposition player. He gave him a big high five, hugged him. 5 seconds later, he makes another mistake and heads the ball to the Wolves player. I'm thinking, is this brother being serious right now? He makes another mistake where he's just not clearing the ball. And then on the goal, what is he doing? Rice, brilliant challenge. Pulls Zinchenko in his box and he cuts into the box. What is he doing? Like, just, if you can't clear it out, cut away from the goal. Don't walk towards your own goal, mate. You get what I mean? And look, like I said, the only way Wolves were scoring today was from a mistake. And lo and behold, we gave him one. So I do think if Tomiyasu wasn't injured, Zinchenko would have come off because this brother cannot stay on the pitch for 90 minutes. No way. If I was Saliba and Gabriel, I'd be ripping into Zinni in the dressing room. Same here, man. Same here. You can't be making mistakes like that, man. Not by any stretch of imagination. Kwanjari, aka Young Femi, it's going to be Osimhen. Arteta convinced the board to buy Rice. And look how well he's doing. No way the board will let Arteta buy a serial gambler who hasn't bought in a year for anything above 40 million. I'll be real, I'll take either, man. I just want a proper striker. Anyone that I know can get 20 goals a season. So if it is Osimhen, if it is Ivan Toney, even if it's Ollie Watkins to an extent, I would not mind. I just want a striker that I know can score goals. That's the main thing for me. And I know that both Victor Osimhen and Ivan Toney can score goals. I do agree with you because I've heard the reports that Osimhen is going to be the player Arsenal look at, but it will be for summer rather than January, which for me is a big L, man. A big L. We have to go from in January in my eyes. Who do you bring on, though, to replace him because Tommy was injured? That's the thing. I think because Tomiyasu got injured, we were left with no choice. We were left with no choice whatsoever. Maybe Kivior at left back. That's an option, but who knows, man. It's Young Femi. I just changed my name, Lord. Don't worry, I remember from last week. Don't worry, Kwanjari / Young Femi. Whichever one you want me to call you, I'll call you whichever one, brother. The draw's about to start. Appreciate joining the stream, C1. Yes, I've got it on the side of my iPad right here. So I've got the draw on me. I'm watching it right now. I'm paying attention to Turkey. That's my country, man. Hopefully we get a nice draw. We're in pot 2. I miss when Jose Sarr went out of the game. Was he injured or because he gave up 2 early goals? Look, me and my dad were talking about this because I was watching the game with my dad. And basically, he got an injury. I think it was like a lower back injury, but I couldn't really see where he got the injury from. So we're thinking that potentially he just said, you know what? I've already conceded 2 goals in 20 minutes. Let me just get out of the game. You know, one of those ones, you know what? Fake an injury, sub me off type vibe. But look, I'm not going to obviously say that because I don't think any player wants to leave the game for the sake of it. But it did look a bit dodgy because I don't know where he got his injury from. Like, how do goalkeepers get injured like that? Do you get what I mean? So, but yeah, just one of those things. Messed up his back, apparently. I can't let Bentley was more solid. Yeah, I think Bentley was more solid as well. I'll agree with you. Spain's the first team to come out the draw, by the way. They're in Pot B. I now understand why Arteta wants to chill out with the expansive champagne football because things like that happen considering silly goals at home. Yeah, exactly. And look, Arteta's pulled the handbrake up this season. There's no two ways about it. Arteta's been more focused on stopping transition counterattacks. That's been the absolute ideal thing for Arteta. Don't concede on the counterattack. And what that's meant now is that second half was boring. Boring because at 2-0 up, Arteta realised that, okay, we're 2-0, it's our game to lose now. If Wolves want it, they have to attack us. So rather than throwing men at it and trying to go for a third goal, we just sat back and just attacked with jabs. We just threw a few men at it, and if we get a goal, we get a goal. But we weren't really committing bodies forwards. And that just led to a bit of a boring game. So, and here's another thing, right? In the Champions League, teams go for us. Like Lens, Sevilla, PSV, they go for you, man. Like, they don't care about this low block, 7 at the back, 10 at the back formations. They just go for you. So it's a bit more of an expansive style. And for Arsenal, we're one of the best teams in the competition. So we'll pick teams apart. We're absolute fun. But on the other hand, when it comes to the Premier League, they just want to sit back and defend. Like a Wolves, etc., want to sit back and defend. And so it can make it for a bit of a tough watch at times, but we got the victory, and that's what matters. Odegaard was sensational today, robbed off 4 assists. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Odegaard was superb and definitely would have got way more assists, man. Way more assists this game. If it was not his fault, but the strikers, bro. Trossard smelly, Nketiah smelly, Jesus smelly. That man should have bagged way more goals. Even Saka on the follow-up could have got a goal. Another one today. But yeah, I agree with you. And look, his finish as well, edge of the box. He's got a similar goal against Man United at home this season, where he was superb as well. England and France have come out the pot as well, and Belgium have come out the pot as well during the Euro draw. But I'm keeping up to date with that one. Have you heard about Jeremy Frimpong links? Someone's been spamming my Football Manager saves. Yeah, Jeremy Frimpong from Bayer Leverkusen. What a player this season, man, at fullback. What a player he's been. Xabi Alonso's got him absolutely flying for them. Look, do I think we're going to go for him? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. But anything can happen, man. Anything can happen. I do think, to be fair, that I'm happy with the fullbacks. With Zinchenko, Tomiyasu, Timber, and White. Because remember Timber, guys, he's a fullback for us. I'm happy with that. We just need a striker and a midfielder. Striker is like, for me, priority, and then the midfielder. That's it, man. Like, we don't need to be going for other positions right now. Just a striker for me. But yeah, Jeremy Frimpong's a hell of a player, by the way. Hell of a player. But from that mistake, Zinchenko was good today. I'll be real, RD12. He was good in the first half, but he was making a few mistakes. A few mistakes. That wasn't the first mistake Zinchenko made today. Let's not make any mistake about it, man. He was making a good few mistakes. And look, that's what I'm saying. At 2-0 up after 15 minutes, we were cruising, man. Cruising. Second half, we were cruising as well. But the only way Wolves were going to score was with a mistake. That's why Zinchenko can't be on the pitch when it's too comfortable. Because he's got that bozo gene in him. He's got that ability to just do something a little bit stupid, a little bit rash. But look, it's just one of those things, man. It's one of those things. The Real Poison Super, appreciate you joining the stream, my friend from Twitch. Hope you're doing well. Hey, mate, happy Emirates Cup Day. Watching the Fortnite live event. No, I don't play video games, my friend. But I appreciate you joining the stream. I'll update the draw as it happens. Yeah, I've got it on the side of me. Don't you worry, man. I'm watching it as we speak. Second to the Fortnite shop. Germany first out. We knew that. Yep, because they're the hosts. I hope Turkey loses. Nah, man. No chance, man. Turkey will hopefully make it quite far in the Euros, man. I can't wait for the Euros, by the way. This channel is going to be on fire when the Euros start. I'll be basically streaming after every single game. Your dad plays for England. Yeah, we know it, but you didn't watch the Fortnite live event. Yeah, bro, you're waffling now. Yeah, when we are conserving our energy, we are defending. Zinni can't be trusted. Exactly. Zinchenko is just a liability when it comes to defending. He just is. Like, Ramsdale obviously talked about how his concentration, he struggles from concentrating the full 90 minutes. Zinchenko is the same. Zinchenko and Ramsdale cut from the same cloth. These brothers cannot concentrate whatsoever. Zinchenko is more focused with doing this to the crowd and clapping when players come off the pitch and clapping when players misplace passes on the other team than actually passing properly himself. I don't get it. The brother will do everything except defend and pass properly and not make mistakes. Like, I just worry with the guy sometimes, man. Like, obviously, it's Wolves today, but I worry, should it be Real Madrid in the Champions League or Bayern Munich or Man City? So, look, we've got to be very, very, very careful about how it goes, man. Very careful. This is Gabriel's performance, man. He deserved that clean sheet. Yeah, I agree. I thought he was superb, especially the way he dealt with Cunha as well. Superb, man. He was back first place. We'll get angry and repeat last season. Nah, man. Also happy at the top of the pack for now. Spain's in Group B, yeah. Spiritual Life, appreciate you joining the stream. My friend, I'm doing really, really well. Alexander Zinchenko makes far too many mistakes and will cost Arsenal the league. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I think, look, in most times, he's good. Very good Zinchenko. But let's be real about it right now. We can't have him in the team long term, like as a starting fullback long term for us, because he's just not good enough. He's just not good enough, full stop. So yeah, I'll be real with you guys. I do think that Zinchenko, far too many mistakes, man. Far too many mistakes. Didn't cost us today, but against a better opponent, we could have got done dirty. Let's be real about it right now. Gene Apollon, appreciate you on the stream. My friend, have been really, really well. Disappointing, it's a 5-0 match for us. We nearly lost the match. Yeah, we were flying, man. We were flying. We should have completely dispatched them. Completely. But look, it's just one of those things, man. It's one of those things. Next. Some Euro catch-up. Let's go. So Germany, Hungary in Pot A. Spain, Albania in Pot B. And England C, France D. Belgium E, and Portugal F. Nearly lose is a bit of an exaggeration after the goal. I think we did well to draw their momentum. Yeah, of course. But at 2-1, you can nearly lose. Let's be real about it. You can. But I agree with you. I think it was comfortable for the most part. And I believe it's Denmark in Group C alongside England. So there we go. England have got Denmark. Tough one for them. Right. If Turkey get France, I'll be tearing my hair out, man. Tearing my hair out if Turkey get France. I'm Portugal in Group F. Yes, indeed. Who's that? Is that Turkey? No, I don't think it is. Right. Someone's going into France's group. I don't know who, but hopefully it's not Turkey. It could be, bro. The stream's on like SD quality right now, man. It's an absolute stinker. They are free. Nketiah has to go. I agree with you. Nketiah has to go, man. This brother, look. Nketiah, I respect him. I respect everything he's done for Arsenal thus far. But let's be completely honest about it right now, guys. Completely honest about it. This man, Nketiah, yeah, he's not a striker that will win us the league. In fact, Nketiah and Jesus are not good enough to win us the Premier League or Champions League. If I'm being completely honest about it. We need a proper striker, man, in January. A proper striker. None of this, oh, we'll get this player or this player. Nah. I want a striker, man, like a bad boy striker in there. And we haven't got one at the end of the day. We haven't. And that's, for me, is a worry. A big worry. Because, look, in the second half of the season, a striker is the person that will win you games, man. They'll win you games. Like, I've seen enough times also where we've had a really good team. But what happens is, right, we get to the second half of the season, Giroud dries up with goals. Welbeck dries up with goals. Jesus goes injured, dries up with goals. Nketiah dries up with goals. Your striker is your make or break at the end of the season, man. Is your make or break. Turkey with Portugal in Group F. I'll be real, that's a tough one, man. I would have preferred, to be honest, Germany. Portugal done really well so far, really well. They could go on to win this. You never know, man. So that's not a great one for me, to be honest, to get Portugal. But it's just one of those things. I guess pot A is always going to be tough. So Spain, Albania, Denmark, Group C. There, C2. Group C is Denmark, England, Austria, Group D. You know what? Let's be honest right now. If it's gonna work, let me try and share stream the Euro 2024 draw. That would be the much better thing to do, right? I feel like that would be the smarter thing to do right now. To share the draw. Is anyone else doing like a live thing? Here we go. Guardian's doing a live thing. So let me try and share screen. Will this work? I'm not too sure, to be honest, guys, but let's try it. Present, share screen. Why does share screen never work, man? Never work on StreamYard anymore. It's a stinker. Absolute stinker how it never works. Right, I'm going to try it one more time. And we should be back. Hopefully, everyone, the stream should be able to see me again. I hope so. Apologies for the technical difficulties, but put a, I guess, a thumbs up or something if you can hear me and see me. There was the ability to see me was almost there, but I had to fix the mic as well. But yeah, regardless, the stream for the Arsenal game, obviously spoken at length about the Arsenal game. Feel free to scroll right back to start the stream so you can hear all about it. Also got the Euro draw going on right now, which is almost concluded. Very nearly. I'll go through all the teams, and I'm going to drop a video on this channel, give my very, very early Euros prediction. So feel free to tune into it so you do not miss it. So playoff Group C will have obviously one of 3 winners as well. That's going to be there. But I'll go through all the groups for the Euros as well. So we've got in Group 1, if I am not mistaken, my stream's a bit blurry right now. Unfortunately, like the quality is just a bit knack sometimes for the what's it called? For the iPad right now. Can you show me the thing, please? So I can look at them. Right. Can I even share my screen? What's this say? Also share tab audio now. Share. Right. Can you guys? Yes. There we go. Share screen's working now. Perfect. All right. It wasn't working for a long time. So let's go down. So let's look. So let's go down to Group A. Group A, Germany, Scotland, Hungary, Switzerland. That is a very good group. Very, very good group. I do not know who gets through that group, to be honest, guys. I really, really don't. That's a very good group because it's 4 evenly matched teams. Germany aren't the best in Pot A, to be honest. They only got there because of, in Pot 1, they only got there because they host the tournament. Then you've got Scotland who's done very well with Scott McTominay firing. Hungary, a very good team, and Switzerland are very good teams. That's a group of death right there. Group B, Spain, Croatia, Italy, Albania. Another group of death. I mean, Italy and Spain should get through. Croatia as well. They're a tough team to play against in any tournament. And then Albania. England, Slovenia, Serbia, and Denmark. England obviously got away with one, as they always do when it comes to the group stage. Group D, you got Poland, Wales, Finland, or Estonia. So it could be Wales. Netherlands, Austria, and France. Wow. So that's a tough group as well. Group E, Belgium, Slovakia, Romania, and either Israel, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Ukraine, or Iceland. So Belgium got away with one here because Slovakia, Romania smell. And then you've got Israel, Bosnia, and Ukraine/Iceland. And then Group F should be finishing off as well. I believe it's Turkey, Czech Republic, Portugal, and either... I can't remember who the other teams are, to be honest with you guys. Okay, there we go. Georgia, Greece, Kazakhstan, or Luxembourg. I want Greece. Give me Greece and Turkey in Group F, man. That game will be war if we get Greece versus Turkey. So, yeah, Georgia, Greece, Kazakhstan, or Luxembourg will join Portugal, Czech Republic, and Turkey in Group F. That is the full Euros draw out now. I will be dropping a video later on this channel about it, so feel free to stay tuned for that as well. We'll be giving my full score predictions for that one. But overall, regardless, let's go back to the Arsenal game. Arsenal win. Happy days overall. Delighted with how the game turned out, to be honest with you guys. I'm going to show actually the Premier League table so we can see what the state of play is looking at right now. Obviously, Man United playing Newcastle later today. So let's see the Premier League table right now. So as you can see, guys, Arsenal, top of the tree, top 4 points clear as well. Happy days, 10 wins, 3 draws, and a loss. It's all looking good. Only 11 goals conceded this season. But here's the thing. Man City play tomorrow. Liverpool play tomorrow. Villa play tomorrow. Tottenham play tomorrow. Man United and Newcastle play later tonight. So it all could change. Let's be real with it right now, guys. If we look at the matches, Newcastle Man United late tonight. I will be streaming after this game. So if you are a football fan that wants to watch all football matches in general, stay tuned for this one. Subscribe, hit the notification button. You do not want to miss Newcastle versus Man United stream. Then obviously tomorrow we've got Chelsea Brighton, big game. Liverpool Fulham, big game. And obviously West Ham Palace, Bournemouth Aston Villa. And the big one, Man City Tottenham, which I will be streaming afterwards as well. So some big matches in the Premier League over the course of tonight and tomorrow that you do not want to miss. And it's all hotting up. Like, if we look at Arsenal's fixtures right now, guys, yeah, let me pull up Arsenal. Arsenal Football Club, 2-1 victory. Matches. We've got Luton Town away on Tuesday on Amazon Prime. I'll be watching that one and streaming afterwards as well. That's a good game to watch. Aston Villa Arsenal, tough game. Then we've got, obviously, PSV away. We should obviously send the kids out there. I don't think Arteta will, but me personally, we're top of the group already. We've won the group. Let's, to be honest, right now, send the academy out to PSV. There's no point sending any first-team players out to Eindhoven. We've already won the group. We're top. We're going to be guaranteed not only through to the last 16, but guaranteed to finish top of the group. So for me, send them all the kids out to Eindhoven. Then we've got Brighton at home. So Luton away, Aston Villa away, Brighton at home, then Liverpool away. So it's tough, to be honest, guys. It's really tough run of games. We can't take any for granted, to be honest with you guys. We can't take any of these games for granted. So we've got to be absolutely firing. When is AFCON, actually? That's an interesting one. When is AFCON? AFCON is, what's the AFCON dates this season? Saturday the 13th of January to Sunday 11th of February. Guys, I'm looking at one particular game right here. Arsenal-Liverpool, 3rd of February. Liverpool could be without Mohamed Salah if Egypt go far. They very much could be without Mohamed Salah if Egypt go far. We'll be without El Neni, but look, if I offer every Arsenal fan a trade-off, we don't have El Neni, Liverpool don't have Salah, every Arsenal fan would take that. Let's be real with us right now. Every Arsenal fan would. So they could be without Mo Salah, Liverpool, which means, to be honest, guys, we could actually get away with one here if we play Liverpool in the 3rd of February. We could. You never know. So I think, to be honest with you guys, we've got a lot to do right now. But those next 4 games in particular, Luton away, Villa away, Brighton at home, and Liverpool away. If we can get away with one here, guys, we're in big. We're on to something. We're on to something big time if we can get away with one, because that's not easy. Those next run of games, not easy one bit. So if we're Arsenal, we keep going. Obviously now no more international breaks, so happy days overall. We'll be playing football matches basically week in, week out. We've now got, obviously, Premier League game today that we played, Premier League game on Tuesday, and Premier League game next week as well against Aston Villa. So 3 Premier League games in a row with no break in between, which means this is 9-point swing right here. 9-point swing. If we can get 9 out of 9, oh, good stuff. But if we falter even once, that's obviously a big miss, and it gives another team the opportunity to leapfrog us in the top of the table. So if we're Arsenal right now, we need to keep on top form. That's the main thing. Do you think Partey will go? Potentially. I mean, look, we haven't seen him this season anyway, to be honest with you guys. I think if we sign Douglas Luiz, Partey will go. If we don't sign a midfielder, I think Partey will stay. That's my personal opinion on it. But you never know, man. You never know. But yeah, overall, guys, I appreciate everyone that tuned into the stream today. I will be streaming later today for Manchester United away at Newcastle, which will be another terrific game. So if you're on around and love keeping up to date with Arsenal and football match reactions and live streams, make sure you do subscribe down below and hit the bell notification button so you never miss any future streams on this channel. Otherwise, I appreciate everyone for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in my next stream.